I wanted to talk to you about KBB. Okay, so for any of you that don't know, KBB is our kids Bible broadcast. It's our kids ministry or kids show that we chuck onto YouTube. And Peter is actually one of our stars and became a star very early on by accident. I sort of just want to go through the whole history of KBB with you because I don't think you and I have actually spoken about it from start to finish. Do you remember when I approached you with the idea?
I remember when you did and trying to paint a picture in my head and trying to figure out, what we're going to do. And, the first episode you can find on YouTube is just, it looks horrendous. We had different sections of the main auditorium we were going to use and all this type of stuff. And lighting was different and all that type of stuff. And it's kind of putting the picture in my head and like, you know what, this could actually work. It sounds pretty good. The younger kids don't really have anything at that time. We couldn't do Bible club because we were in lockdown back then. And, the fundamental and the foundations of, growing up as a Christian, you need to have that there.
Yeah.
If you don't have it at a younger age, then once you grow up, you're not going to really understand much or really, stay on your feet with your Christian walk. But when you came up to me and told me that, I was like, yeah, you know what, I kind of see it happening, but I don't really see it happening. But you know what, let's give it a try, something different.
What was your honest thought?
Honest thought was this is going to be a big fail. And I'm going to be like, no, you know what? After 1 or 2 episodes, we're going to be like canon.
Yeah.
And that was my honest thoughts. But you know what? Let's just go with it.
What made you stick with it though? What made you say, let's try this out? And
I think it's just seeing that first episode and the second episode, how they came together and getting the responses that we got from it. I think that was pretty awesome. It's something that wasn't out there, and you can't jump on YouTube and find something like that. And especially from people that you always see all different type of stuff, and they got different teachings, all that type of stuff there, but nothing from a Baptist or a Christian fundamental church where they can do something like this for kids. Mm-hmm. It was fun, it was good to do. You get to hang out with your friends while doing it, and it was just uncharted territory. It's never been there before. I thought, you know what, let's just give it a shot. Let's see how we go.
When did it click with you? Like, when were you like, okay, we've got something? Was it that second episode, or was it further down the line?
It was that second to third episode.
Okay.
And the reason why it clicked to me, we had just started getting traction with it and all this type of stuff. And then my brother called me and goes to me, my kids love seeing you on TV. And then I started getting messages from all the parents in the church. I know this is awesome. You're so funny in it. Everything's so good. We love the lessons. We love the object lessons. We love the verses. We love all that type of stuff. And that's where it kind of clicked to me and go, you know what, this will actually work. It's pretty cool. Everyone's enjoying it. We're getting positive feedback, and you know what? Let's just keep going with it.
Yeah, because I did see your sort of reaction when I was talking to you about it originally, and even the first couple of weeks, I saw that you were sort of like, okay, let's do this, but you weren't on board yet.
Yeah,
you were sort of just doing it because you were like, okay, here's my mate, he's got something, let's try it. But then I saw your face start to shift slowly as the weeks went on. But what people don't realize was you were never meant to be a character in the first place.
That's true.
You were actually, quote unquote, a prop. You were just meant to be in the background, make it look like you're working. And you were recording the episodes. That was the crazy part, was you were actually working back there. Yeah. But then after episode 1, you just reacted naturally to something Bobby did. And I was sort of like, hold on a minute. We can do something with him. Do you remember when I came up to you and said, hey, I want to make you a character?
Yeah, I remember that. And then I was thinking, okay, it sounds a bit weird, but like I'm not one to act or one to do anything. I'm happy to do the recordings and all that type of stuff. But you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do it.
Yeah,
you got the vision, you got the writing. Let's do it.
And you were for it for that first one because it was fairly simple and straightforward. You were coming and making fun of me for 2 minutes. So
100%. That was a good thing.
And that came very naturally to you.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the character of Peter sort of became a thing. It became probably the most talked about thing from the episode. Do you remember the response from that first one?
I remember the response. I remember, people coming up to people messaging me saying, because, it was during COVID, so we couldn't really, interact with each other or really, go talk to people one-on-one or anything like that. But I was getting messages from, people that I speak to, but not on a regular basis. They're saying, you were so good in it and you were so funny. And I was like, okay, I didn't really do much, but you know what? I'll take the credit. Thank you. You know, it's all for Ray. It's all from Ray, but you know what? I'll take it. But yeah, I think that was pretty cool. The first 2 episodes, when that started to happen, I was like, you know what? We can do something with this, definitely.
And then it just started evolving from there, because I think it was at that point, once everyone started jumping on board. I think it was about episode 5 or maybe 6.
Yeah.
People started jumping on board and actually catching on to what we were doing. Everyone started throwing in their ideas.